Coming up on Winthrop Close-Up, a tragic accident shocks the campus.
And find out what Winthrop students are thinking about the presidential candidates.
With the presidential election just days away, we'll tell you more about the candidates.
Learn about the continued effects of the BP oil disaster.
Find out what Winthrop students are doing to get healthier.
From the Department of Mass Communication at Winthrop University, you're watching Winthrop Close-Up.
Welcome back to Winthrop Close-Up. I'm Ted Patterson.
And I'm Adriana Bradley. 3 Winthrop students were involved in a tragic car accident in Kershaw County. Morgan Hughes, Christian McBee, and Caitlin Livingston were in a car that was struck from behind by another vehicle. Hughes was pronounced dead at the scene, and McBee has been hospitalized. The third passenger, Caitlin Livingston, was released from the hospital the same day with a few fractures. Funeral services for Hughes were held on November 1st at New Home Baptist Church. Our thoughts and prayers go out to these women, their families, and their friends.
Some people actively participate in politics, but others may be too busy to find out what the candidates stand for. Chelsea Woodall and Zoe Irizarry show us how the candidates differ.
What it takes to get this country back.
President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney are the candidates for this November's presidential election. Both candidates have big plans for the country, but have very different ideas about how to make the changes. President Obama is hoping to have 4 more years in office to complete his goals.
President Obama is running on his record, arguing that his policies, the stimulus package, the automotive bailout, the bailout of the major banks, kept the Great Recession from getting any worse.
Though the country experienced some setbacks during his presidency, Obama believes that his actions and programs help pull the country back up.
He's also running on what he sees as a number of his key achievements during his first 4 years in office, which include passing the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare.
Obama also holds a liberal stance on social issues.
In terms of abortion, for example, Obama believes in Roe versus Wade and upholding Roe versus Wade. Part of the plan that is Obamacare offers contraception for women at free or reduced cost.
He is also concerned with equal rights for the homosexual community.
He would like to find some sort of protections for same-sex marriage to exist in every state.
Obama is also interested in helping out college students.
For President Obama, this means continued support of federal student loan programs, especially Pell Grants, and to encourage more people to go into higher education.
So now you know a little bit more about what President Obama stands for. Now we're going to go over to Zoe Irizarry to find out what his opponent is all about.
Candidate Romney's beliefs are mostly opposite to those of President Obama. He feels strongly about what he wants to do with our country and hopes to move America forward if he wins this election.
Governor Romney is arguing that the economy is still very weak and that he, with his background in business, is better able to create policies that will stimulate the economy.
As far as social issues, Romney has major opinions and big ideas about changing things up.
He personally does not support abortion rights and wouldn't be opposed to having them rolled back either.
Romney takes a very Republican stance on same-sex marriages.
Romney does not support same-sex marriage. He does not think that states should offer same-sex marriage to couples. He thinks that the federal government should decide to not allow same-sex marriage across the board.
Romney agrees with President Obama to a certain extent on foreign policy, but he has different ideas about dealing with China.
Candidate Romney is more interested in tougher sanctions on China for not playing by the rules.
While all these issues are important, one particularly stands out for Romney.
For Governor Romney, what he sees as the major problem is the high unemployment rate amongst recent college graduates. And so what he would like to do is to put in place a variety of tax cuts and other programs designed to stimulate business growth so that there will be greater demand for workers, especially those with college degrees.
Now that you know more about both candidates, make sure you get out there and cast those votes. With Chelsea Woodall, this is Zoe Irizarry reporting for Winthrop Close-Up.
To learn more in depth about each candidate and their plans for the country, visit their websites at www.barackobama.com and www.mittromney.com. Now that we've heard the experts' take on each party, let's see how the Winthrop students feel about the candidates.
I think I'm going to vote for Obama. I think out of both of the people who are running, he's the only one who has any positions on anything.
I would vote for Obama.
If I had to vote, which I do, I would more than likely vote for Obama.
I don't want to tell you, but hopefully my candidate wins.
I will be voting for Romney because I've just grown up Republican.
I probably would still vote for Obama like I did in 2008 just because I feel like he still deserves a chance.
I'm going to vote for Obama just because Mitt Romney, even though he goes against, he flops all over the place.
Romney because of my household. Super conservative, and basically my dad might disown me if I didn't vote conservative.
Obama seems to be the favorite among students interviewed. Make sure you go to the polls and cast your votes so that your voice can be heard.
Did you know that the BP oil disaster is still in an ongoing process? Timothy Coco explains how the World Animal Awareness Society educated the public and attempted to clear up some common myths.
The 2010 Gulf of Mexico oil spill continues to have an adverse effect on plants and wildlife. A Skype session held at Winthrop by the Society's All Eyes on the Gulf research team raised awareness by asking a simple question.
Do you think most of the people that are at school here realize that the Macondo well, the well that created the BP oil explosion, is still leaking? And it is.
McPhee was joined by several other group members via Skype as they tried to answer the questions concerning the spill cleanup efforts and the oil plumes that continue to be found.
I think it's a very compelling story that most people are not familiar with that still need to be familiar with it.
The group feels the heart of the problem is the lack of media coverage. When an issue isn't constantly covered by the media, the public tends to forget about it. WA2S is working on a documentary to bring attention back to the problem in the Gulf and hopefully fix it. Spills have lasting harm on the environment, and we need to stay informed. I am Timothy Coker reporting for Winthrop Close-Up.
To find out more about the organization, visit wa2s.org. After the break, we'll show you how to stay healthy during the cold season.
It's a toss for the what?